come on, matinee. I ain't got $7.50 to pay.
Well, you gotta watch Animals. Those two lizards out on the windowsill. You think are so innocent. The moment you turn your head, the other pulls out a gun, shoots the other. That's for my pappy.
Don't I know it?
And all the rest of them are building a town. They're building casinos and hotels all in the backyard.
Or if you have cats, they're trying to eat your cheeseburgers. Seriously, I know. I can tell you.
This is a weird ass movie, man. I mean, it's very surreal in certain parts.
You know what? If there's anything the thing I love most about this movie, I mean, you know, this not being a Pixar movie, not only is the animation right up there with Pixar, but it does something Pixar never does, in that it's not afraid to get weird. It's like Gore Verbinski got lost in the desert and had these visions and came back and said, like, I know what movie I'm doing, and nobody's stopping me.
I kind of want to go back and start this movie again, but take mushrooms first.
Oh, no, yeah. No, it is the Western as if it smoked some shit. And by mythic Western, I mean, a lot of people would want to compare this to a spaghetti Western. Johnny Depp plays a pet chameleon who does wear clothes while his owners don't realize this or recognize this. I don't know.
They're probably the ones who put the clothes on. They thought it was cute.
Yeah, first it's cats, now people are dressing up lizards. Fate comes in. They're riding on the road. His aquarium goes flying out the window. He wanders off into the desert where he meets this one lizard named Beans, who looks a lot like Susan Sarandon, and she picks him up and takes him to this town. Now, when he goes to this town, no one knows him, so he starts lying and talking about how much of a badass he is. Sort of like the I kill 7 with 1 blow type story, you know?
Yeah.
I killed the biggest, baddest people who came to this town with 1 bullet. Everybody believes him. Next thing you know, he's the sheriff in the town. Of course, being the sheriff, he has to take on every new adversary or hurdle that's thrown his way. And let us not also fail to mention that this is a town of animals who also dress in clothes, but manage to like build little buildings out of wood.
It's funny that this baffles you so much. It's like you can't wrap your head around the whole idea that there's a cartoon with animals that wear clothes and have a
It's like when you
they are talking too.
This is heresy. The character designs that you've seen here, they're so unique. I mean, they've captured they weren't afraid to not only not make anything cute in this, but they've captured all the grittiness that you would see in a Western.
You could tell, like, Gore Verbinski, he is, you know, he's pretty much making a love letter to those Westerns that obviously he loves.
This is one of those few exceptions of the CG film. There's lots of others we see, like Shrek or whatever, we go, okay, it's not Pixar,
close enough,
but it's really good. And this is one of those films that is at that level.
It is. I mean, golly, I guarantee you Pixar is wishing they could have worked on this film, wishing that their stamp was on this film, because
How do you know what Pixar wants?
I know. I just know these things.
It's not a safe movie. You get characters who die early on in the film, so you know that you can't just think like, oh, nothing's going to happen to these people, and it gets so weird and surreal. And it's not afraid to be weird or to be dangerous.
It starts out very funny, and then I think there's a lag. And then once it kicks in with that action scene, not only does it become something like, it's right up there with like Star Wars, the trench fight, and Independence Day and all that kind of stuff. But no, after that, I was like, God damn, this is like only a good talking lizard movie, but it's it's an honest to God great Western too.
It is a great Western in and of itself.
You're funny looking.
Well, you're funny looking too.
That's a funny looking shirt.
It's a funny looking dress.
You got funny looking eyes.
You got a funny looking face.
You're a stranger. Strangers don't last long here.
The momentum of the film is thrown off early by a brief drag, and Rango himself got on my nerves in the beginning because he's that frantic, overly animated character that kind of annoys me in animated films, but it pulled it around at the end. I love Westerns, and goddamn, I never thought I'd see a lizard come in and deliver like one of the coolest Westerns I would see this year. The year's not over yet, it's very early, but nevertheless, I give this a full price.
And yeah, there is that lag and that point with Rango's main character where I was kind of getting a little tired of him. I know exactly what you're talking about, but then they not only win me back, but they even kick in more stuff than I expected. It's a high full price.
Yeah, you nailed it. It is a high full price because it does things better than I expect most Westerns to do.
True.
I mean, it in so many ways made me really happy.
It definitely makes me want to revisit all my favorite Westerns again, like The Wild Bunch and every single Sergio Leone
Three Amigos.
Western film, and of course the Three Amigos. Yeah, it really does. You're not going to see a Western like this ever, period, because there's no fucking way they're going to put talking animals hanging out with Clint Eastwood in Unforgiven Part 2. You know, but no.
Don't give up on that idea. We can still have that.
I have to give it straight on full price.
These had to be the greatest character animation designs I've ever seen. I was just like laughing my ass off just every time they showed a different character. Just go like, wow, that is so unique and so funny.
You want to know where animals go when they become roadkill? They go to this town. I mean, because these are not cute animals. They're not pretty. It's supposed to be a Western, and everybody's supposed to be gritty and nasty.
Like they're supposed to be.
Yeah.
If they took the average cute little cartoon character, covered him in shit, and ran over him with a truck a few times, shot him, did all kind of shit to him, he would be a cast member in this movie.
Get away from me, man. Try to make it real.